Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I love all things handbag related, with a little bit of emphasis on the brand Vera Bradley. I also do some content related to concealed carry and how that works with all of these beautiful bags that I love. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around and let's be friends and hang out. So today I have two pre-loved bags that I've ordered that I'm gonna share with y'all, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a story time with it. I'm going to tell you what happened because there's a little bit of drama surrounding both of them, and I will put timestamps up on the screen now to let you know the time that I'll actually start showing the bags after I've gotten through the stories, because we all know I like to ramble, and I don't know how long that might be. I'll try to make it quick. I may even speed this part up just so I can get through it faster. But the first bag that I purchased is a Radley London handbag, and I believe it was called the Zip Top Satchel or Zip Top Tote. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll put it on the screen somewhere for you, the proper name of it. And both of these bags I did purchase off of Mercari. So anytime that I go to purchase something pre-loved, I always, unless it's an item that's priced like amazing, if it's got an amazing price and I know that it's a really, really popular hot item, or it's just one of those items you look at and you know that somebody else might scoop it up really, really quickly unless you do, I will always send the seller a message and just be like, hey, are there any issues with this bag, especially around the corners and the straps, because that's the two places I find that wear the quickest. And I always do this. Always. Even if the bag is marked as brand new with tags or what have you, I will still message the seller and be like, hey, I know that you mentioned this was new with tags or what have you, but I just wanted to double check and make sure that there were no issues with this bag whatsoever. No wear, no stains, no issues with the corners. Is the strap still intact? Just whatever you can think of, I always try to double check. So this Radley bag, I did that with the seller. I sent her a message and I was like, hey, are there any issues with this bag? And I'll pop up the screenshot right here of what she said. I think I just said, hey, are there any issues with this bag, especially around the strap or the corners? Like I said, the two areas that wear the quickest, in my opinion. She came back with a very emphatic, very direct no. Okay. I think she had it listed for like $25-ish, and we all know that I'm the queen of a good bargain. So I offered 20, paid shipping and all of that. The bag came to a little less than $30 all in, I think. And I was really excited because I thought the bag was beautiful. I just really liked it. So it arrived. She shipped it super quick. I purchased it pretty late one evening, and she had shipped it out first thing that next morning. So it was super fast, lightning fast shipping. So it arrived, and I'm thinking, this is a coated canvas bag, right? So I would have thought that it would have been wrapped up nicely, protected a little bit in the box. Not really. She had taken one sheet of tissue paper and wrapped it around the bag. Okay, to each their own. That's perfectly fine. So I pull it out, and my first thought was, are you kidding me? So let me show you. So at first glance, it's pretty cute, right? It's got all leather trim on it. It's a coated canvas. Let me get you up in there so you can actually see. That's the back, I'm sorry. Here's the front. It's a really soft pink background with like some browns and oranges, and very fall-esque in my opinion. Just a beautiful bag. Leather trim, you can see right there on the front. It says Radley London. Got the little puppy dog with it. And then bam. I don't know if these corners will show up very good, but as you know, I specifically asked about these corners, and let me see. Every one of them, you guys, every stinking one of them has where the color has worn off of these. If this doesn't show up really, really good on camera, I'll take some pictures and insert them, but you can see right there. Now, this is a coated canvas, and I do think, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not an expert on this, but I do think with coated canvas, this color and this pattern, they're both painted on here. I had one other coated canvas bag from Radley once before, but it was a really, really big tote, and I didn't need it anymore, so I sold it on. But I think it's fairly common after a little while for the paint to just come off of this canvas. It's just the nature of the material. So if she would have told me that there were issues on the corner where that paint had kind of come off, I still don't think it would have deterred me from the bag, because in my opinion it was still a pretty good deal. And I still think it's really, really cute. But there's more. So there, every corner has some wear on it. And let me find it again. On one of these sides, there's a giant scratch that you can see. Not giant, I apologize. It's right here. But if you can see it, right there, under my finger, there's a big scratch on the canvas there, where the paint has gotten rubbed off. Back here, on the back, there's a top pocket, and I don't know if you'll be able to see on top of that, but it's worn right there as well. And then the strap, for the most part, I don't see any issues. It's kind of a cotton webbing strap that's a brown color. It looks to be in pretty good condition. Now, the strap is not removable on this, which doesn't bother me. But here's the worst part, y'all. And on the inside of this bag, I'm going to try to pull it out so I can actually let you see it. Right here, there's this gross stain. And I don't know. Let me see. There we go. You can see it right there now in that shadow. This is after I've tried to clean it, you guys. I took alcohol wipes and scrubbed the entire inside bottom of this bag because of this weird stain. I don't know what it is, but when I initially started, it was like this. Like a little bigger than a quarter right in the corner. So that was kind of gross, because I don't want a mystery stain. But, I already paid for it. The bag is mine. So I thought, okay, if that's the worst thing that I encounter with this bag, I've sanitized it, I've cleaned it to the best of my ability, I've already paid for it, I'm going to use it. I still think it's cute, even with the wear, even with the issues, I still think it's cute. So I wiped the outside all off because there were some spots here and there on the canvas that just looked kind of dirty, and those came off fine. And like I said, I took alcohol wipes and scrubbed the inside of this sucker, and I got most of it out, and at least whatever's left in there, it can't be anything bad because I've scrubbed the hell out of it. So then I started to go ahead and put my stuff in it. And y'all, if you sell a handbag, do you not think to go through the pockets? Like, that's one of the first things I would do. That's one of the first things I do if I'm going to sell a bag, is I will go through it before I ever sell it, because yeah, I'm the world's worst for leaving like old receipts in my bags and things like that. So before I ever package something up to ship it off, I check all the pockets, every one of them. Well, she left me a nice surprise in these pockets. Let me show you. Not just one thing either. A whole stack of crap she left in here. Some kind of fun cards for something in Wilsonville, Oregon. She left me 3 of those. Some kind of prize ticket. Some receipts. And then the little care card for the Radley bag. I was blown away, y'all. Like, honestly, I was blown away. How do you not check the pockets in your bags? How does this crap stay in here? I don't know. That's just a huge turnoff for me, because it's like you were too ornery to even go through the pockets in the bag before you shipped it off. Clearly, when I asked you if this bag had any issues or any wear, you didn't actually go back and look. Because if you would have noticed this stuff, and surely you would have told me. And like I said, the corner Like, the little corner issues on this canvas probably wouldn't have stopped me from buying the bag. Like, it really wouldn't have, because I understand how that works with a coated canvas bag. It just wears off over time. But dang, man, all of it adding up, it's just a lot. But still, I still think it's cute. I still paid for it. I did not leave the seller a review because I didn't feel in my heart that I could leave her a good review. So I just didn't leave a review at all, and I let Mercari just automatically fill that in because I didn't want to lie, but I also didn't want to, I guess, hurt her rating on there if none of this was intentional. So that's where I stand. I paid for it. I still like the print. I still think it's really cute. I love the size of it. So I guess I can give you a quick tour. So it's got this adjustable webbing type strap, which is perfectly fine. There are no pockets, nothing on the front except for this cute little Radley dog, which I think is adorable. On the back, there is one slip pocket right here. It does go to the bottom from this seam across the bottom and back up. And then on the inside, you have your standard one zip pocket in the back, two slip pockets in the front, and then just this really pretty kind of peachy coral lining. But this is a really good bag. You can look at the bottom and see that it's got a really good depth to it. So I really, really like the size. I still like the print. And yeah, I'm still going to use it because I paid for it. And even though I feel like I slightly, a little bit got taken advantage of, it's okay because I'm still going to use it. Okay, so the next bag that I have to share with you guys, I also found on Mercari. And this one was brand new with tags. So back in 2019, Vera released a pattern that I fell in love with. And as you do, I loved it at the time, but it only came out in one bag style, which was a Vera tote, I'll just tell you. And I love Vera totes, but I don't have a huge need for a large tote in my life right now. I didn't a couple of years ago, and I still don't at this point, but I still love them. So this pattern only came out in one bag style, which was the Vera tote. It also came out in 5 other items because I did actually check with Vera Bradley customer service, because I was thinking it only came out in the Vera tote, but if just on the off chance it had come out in another bag style that I preferred more, I was going to try to search for that one, but it didn't. So I had asked Vera Bradley customer service how many items this pattern had come out in. And I'll pop that up on the screen now so you can see the customer service rep's response. It came out in, I believe it was 6 items. It was the blanket, a robe, a scarf, the Vera tote, maybe, I can't remember the other 2. But so, as I do, I couldn't pay full retail for it, so I did not buy it at the time that it was a current pattern. And then when it was actually gone for good, I obsessed over it. I had to have it. So for the last couple of years, I have been trying to hunt down this bag. And I found it a few different times. But because it was the only bag style that came out in this print, when you find it, people either still want, and rightfully so, people still want either close to retail, or over retail price. And that's their right to charge that because it is a fairly rare bag. So I did find a few over the years that were a little bit cheaper, maybe like $60 or $70, but all of those had issues. Corner wear on the straps, a stain, some kind of issue. And with paying that much money, I didn't want to start with a bag that already had an issue. So I kept looking. And I saved the little search parameters on all of my different sites, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, all of them. So about a month ago, I got a notification on Mercari that said someone had posted a bag meeting my search parameters. So I went and looked, and I was immediately amazed. The lady had listed it at I think it was $45 plus $7.99 shipping, something like that. Brand new with tags. And I about fell over top of myself trying to get to the pictures and look. So again, I sent the seller a message. Hey, are there any issues with this bag? I know you mentioned it was new with tags, but just on the off chance, I wanted to double check. She was like, hi, thank you for reaching out. Super, super sweet. Nope, there are no issues. It's brand new. I was like, great. That sounds great. I still want to try to save a little bit of money, so I'm thinking, I wonder if I can get this for around $50 or less all in. So I sent her an offer for $40. Truth be told, I did not think that she was going to accept it because, as I said, the $45 was more than fair. I cannot help myself to try and save a couple dollars anywhere that I can. It's just my nature. So I sent her the $40 offer. I don't expect her to actually take it, but she does. She accepts the offer, and I am ecstatic with what I paid for the bag, plus shipping, taxes, the whole 9 yards. It was $50 and some odd change. So I was over the moon. I was ecstatic. So I wait a few days. She still hasn't shipped it out. Finally, on the 4th or 5th day, she ships it out. No big deal. I waited 2 years for this bag. I can wait a few more days for shipping. Well, y'all, this bag eventually made it to the closest large city to me. When bags make it to that point, they're generally delivered to me either the very next day or the day after that. So once they reach that city that's closest to me, I will receive it within 2 days. I can't think of a time that it's ever been more than 3 days, and it's usually 1, but a few times it's been a couple days later. So I am obsessively watching the tracking number for this bag. I keep watching it. Y'all, it just quit updating. It said it was out for delivery one day, and then it didn't update again for like 2 or 3 weeks. In that time, I called FedEx. FedEx kept saying, no, we passed this bag on over to the U.S. Postal Service. They're going to finish the delivery. We don't have it anymore. The U.S. Postal Service, I called them. They were like, no, we've never received this package. We don't have it. If we get it, sign up for the update, you'll get an update, but we don't have it in our system. So I call back again. FedEx would say, nope, we handed it over to the U.S. Postal Service. We don't have it. Same thing from the U.S. Postal Service. We never received this. FedEx has it. Went back and forth with them forever. I was getting no answers for weeks. So I finally just contacted Mercari's customer care center and got a hold of one of their customer care reps. This lady was super, super nice. So I talked to her for a little bit, and I'm like, hey, this is my issue. This bag has not updated in weeks, or this package has not updated in weeks. It's not moving. It's showing out for delivery. FedEx is telling me that the U.S. Postal Service has it. The U.S. Postal Service is saying they've never received it. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what's going on. Can you please try to help me find it? So this lady was so nice, you guys. She was like, yeah, absolutely. Give me some time and I will reach back out. I was like, yep, take your time. Thank you so much. So a few hours later, she reaches back out to me and she's like, hey, Amber, this is such and such from Mercari's Customer Care Center. And bad news, I think your bag is lost. And I was like, yeah, I think that too, because I've been waiting for weeks. She was like, yeah, I know, and I'm so sorry about this. And we can go ahead and cancel if you want. We can try to give it a couple more days. However you want to do it, that's what we'll do. Y'all, I did not want to cancel this order because if I canceled it, I knew it was over. I also felt like if I canceled this order that I was going to be, for lack of better terminology, I felt like I was going to be screwing the seller over. Because while I wouldn't have received the bag, they would have refunded my money, right? But I didn't know how that Mercari would handle it on the seller's side. I didn't know if she would still get paid or if she would lose out on the money she was supposed to earn. She wouldn't have been getting her bag back because it's lost in the multiverse somewhere. Who the hell knows where it's at? So I asked the customer care rep. I was like, hey, I don't want to feel like I'm screwing this lady over by canceling this order. Can you tell me what will happen with her? And Mercari's customer care rep was super nice. She was like, hey, I totally understand, but because of confidentiality, I can't tell you how exactly we'll take care of her. But just know that this wasn't your fault and this wasn't the seller's fault. This is absolutely on FedEx. So if you choose to cancel it, don't worry. We will take care of her just as well as we're going to take care of you. So I felt like she was kind of insinuating to me that they were going to go ahead and pay the seller what she was supposed to earn. They were going to go ahead and refund my money and then hold FedEx responsible for it because it was ultimately their fault for losing the package. I still didn't want to cancel it because I felt like if I canceled the order, then it was over for good. This amazing deal I had found on this bag that I'd been looking for 2 years was just going to be right out the window. You know what I mean? So I told the customer care rep, I was like, okay, let's give it a couple more days just to see if it'll update by some miracle. She was like, yep, perfect. Give a couple more days, reach back out to me if nothing happens, and we will cancel it right away. So, of course, I wait a couple more days, and guess what happens? It doesn't update, y'all. It does not update. It still has not moved in weeks. So I get back in touch with Mercari's customer care team. We go through all the info again, and they're like, yep, absolutely, your bag is lost. This is not your fault. This is not the seller's fault. We're going to take care of both of you guys. No worries. We're going to refund your money. I was like, okay, thank you. I was defeated. I was so upset because I wanted this bag so bad. Well, they refunded my money. It was over. I just moved on. What else are you supposed to do? It's just a handbag at the end of the day, but still, I really wanted it. So 2 days, you guys, after they canceled the order and refunded my money, I come home from running some errands and there's a package on my porch. Yeah. Well, I had ordered some stuff, but I knew it shouldn't have been in by then. Occasionally, my neighbor's packages will get dropped off at my house, or, our packages will get dropped at their house. They just get it mixed up. So I thought maybe it was my neighbor's package, whatever. So I'm packing some groceries in the house or whatever, and I pick up the package and I just bring it in with me and I lay it down on the dining room table and I go put my groceries up, and then I go back and I look at the package to see if it's actually ours or my neighbor's. It's got my name on it. I look at it and see where it's coming from, and I knew immediately that it was the bag. So now before I even open the bag, I'm feeling guilty as all hell, because I'm thinking if I had been just a little bit more patient, maybe it would have actually showed up. But if I'm going to be honest, I think what actually happened was that Mercari refunded my money. I think they took care of the seller. I hope and pray to God they took care of the seller, because I feel so guilty over this now, y'all. And if by some miracle you are the person that sold me this bag and you ever see this video, I will leave my email in the description box below. Please email me and let me know what happened to you on your side of this transaction, because I kind of do feel like I screwed you over and it was completely unintentional, but just I would really like to know that you actually got paid what you were owed. So, and if anybody else ever wants to email me, you guys are welcome to do that too. I'm going to start including my email in the description box below. So anyway, I knew that I knew what it was. But like I said, I think Mercari paid the seller, refunded my money, and I think they filed a claim with FedEx to be compensated back. And I think FedEx was like, oh shit, this is our fault. We're going to be out some money. Maybe we should find this package and get it out, get it delivered. Which is too late now because they've already refunded my money and they still delivered it. So essentially, I got this bag for free. And I feel extremely guilty over it because I was over the moon with the amazing deal that I got. And I feel extremely guilty because I feel like if I'd waited a couple more days, maybe it would have showed up. Maybe it would have shown up. Maybe, I don't know. I realize that's not my fault and that I waited for weeks, but I still kind of feel guilty about it. So with all that jibber jabber out of the way, let me show y'all the bag that I essentially got for free. Yeah. It is a Vera tote. Do you have any guesses on what the pattern is? All right, let's do it. So here's the package that finally showed up. And the bag is Pretty Posies Pink. So this was a breast cancer pattern in 2019, fall of 2019, I do believe. And y'all, I just think this pattern is gorgeous. Look at the placement on this. This pattern is set up so that, let me show you the back, so that it does have some pretty open spaces in between parts of the pattern. But right on the front, look at how densely packed that is right here. I've got this big bunch right here and this big bunch right here. And I just think it's gorgeous. I don't consider myself much of a pink person, but man, with this bag I do. This pattern is just beautiful in my opinion. So this is 100% just your standard Vera tote. You have your zip pocket right here. Right behind that you have your slip pocket. Nothing on the back. You have your hidden slip at the top. 2 shoulder straps. And then when you open it up, you have your 6. Holy moly, that bottom has been folded for a while. That is stiff. Well, no wonder it's stiff. FedEx has had it probably smashed up in that package under other stuff for weeks. But inside you have your 6 slip pockets that go all around the perimeter. And the inside of this, for whatever reason, reminds me of strawberries. The interior pattern, does that not look like strawberries? Or maybe that's just me and I'm crazy. I don't know. But it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's brand new. And yeah, I essentially got this for free, you guys, because FedEx could not get it together and get it delivered to me. And I feel extremely guilty about it because I just hope that the seller got her money for this. But that's it. Most of my video today was a whole lot of rambling. I also want to tell you guys a huge, huge thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't actually look at my channel page very often, but I checked it this morning and saw that there were 66 of you guys subscribed to me now. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. But to me, that is enormous. That is so huge, you guys. And I cannot thank you enough. I honestly just feel so blessed and honored that y'all are willing to sit here and listen to me ramble and talk and just, chit chat your ears off. And I'm just so appreciative. I cannot thank you guys enough. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But I will quit rambling for now. And if you guys have any comments, any questions, you just want to say hello or you want to email me, leave me a comment below or shoot me an email by all means. I love chatting with you guys. I really, truly do. Y'all can look at some of my responses to comments below and you can tell that I love to talk. So leave me any comment that you want. I would love to just talk with you guys. I really, really, and truly enjoy it. So until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.